What's up, Knife Tube? It's Diamond Castile, and you guys are going to learn something today. All right, so what we're going to do, we have this hot knives or Hightron. It's called a Sharplyn. These are on sale right now at I believe like 24 bucks, 23 bucks. This is a hell of a knife for $23. Hell of a knife, $23. You have 14C, PVD coated, super thin blade stock. So this thing is going to be a absolute super slicer. You got a nice crossbar lock action, nice and smooth on bearings. You've also got a hole as well as a thumb stud. Excellent action on this knife. But again, and it's comfortable in hand. Nice G10, good texture on it. Comfortable in hand. But the star of this knife right here is this super thin, slicey blade stock. Comes down to about 15 thousandths behind the edge. But just like the M390 from them, these knives are way over polished. What they do is they probably run it on like a 320 grit belt, set the edge, and then they take it over to a powered strop, you know, a buffing wheel with compound on it, and they strop it that way to polish that edge. And when you do that, you completely take all the bite away. And you basically make, yeah, it feels sharp. Like, that feels sticky. But, look, no bite. And it's just not going to perform well. At least, if you're cutting cardboard, it's going to perform decent. But if you're trying to cut rope, you know, or anything that needs some bite, it's going to cut like garbage. And the edge is not going to hold up very long. So what we're going to do, I'm going to hop over to this 100 micron film, and we're going to get rid of all that polish. And we're just going to set a new edge on it and get a good quality edge on this thing. It's going to perform nicely because I really like this knife. So much so that I went ahead and bought another one. I paid $25 for this one, and then when I seen them, you know, at 24 something, like 24 and change, I had to pick another one up. Too good of a knife to not pick up for under $25. I'll put the link in the pinned comment for this, but I'm telling y'all, like, for 25 bucks, you can't beat this. So, let's see how she does. It's 14C, so I expect it to, you know, sharpen at least decently. It always does. We're going to go right at about where they set the factory edge. Looks like it's probably about 18 degrees per side. 19 degrees per side, something like that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to remove this stock on the 100 micron film. And we're going to just hop over some budget stones. Ooh, she's looking good. I love these 100 micron films. I really do. Okay, we got a nice defined burr, but I'm going to remove a little more steel, being this is the first sharpening of it. However, I am going to work both sides and not just remove all the steel on the first side, and then go to the other side. I'm gonna remove some, then hop the other side, remove some, so on and so forth. Okay, that bevel is definitely convex. I cannot really feel it. No problemo. So we'll just go about what I think is around 19 degrees per side. Right there. That right there. For steels like this, these films are fantastic. But I really wish companies wouldn't do that. And I get it. They wanna make a polished looking edge. Since everybody wants a mirror, they wanna make a polished looking edge as their factory edge, but they should not. How they do it is you cannot do a polished edge like that and expect it to perform. You can't. Okay, we've got a nice symmetrical bevel. All right. Now we're going to remove a little more steel. Remember, when you're using these films, you don't want to use a ton of pressure. You want to use some, not a ton. Okay. Looking good. Now we'll remove a little bit more on this side. Okay. Here's where we're at. Nice symmetrical bevel. Nice cat claw tip. Come on, let's see that scratch pattern. Yeah, it's not going to show it to y'all. Of course it's not. Anyways, get a nice aggressive scratch pattern from that 100 micron. Clean this guy off. I really do love these films for steels like this. They're just so good. They last a good while. You don't want to ask too much of the steel. Like you got to be reasonable. But now what we're gonna do, we're gonna hop over to these budget stones. just because I feel like it. Really don't need to do that. I want to really do it, but I do. I'm gonna hop over to these budget stones. Just mess around. Here's the 1K. The 1th kith. Again, we have a nice healthy burr, so we remove a pretty good bit of steel. This is the 1000. If you remember this stone tricked me, because before I thought it was a little lower than 1000, but then it kind of acts more actually like 1000 after I lapped it, and now it feels much acting like 1000 now. But it'll clean up that 100 micron scratch pattern pretty easily. It should do it. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. It should have took care of that. Looking good. Okay. All right, see. Now we're going to go over to these glass bottom stones. These stones are not really true to grip. This stone right here is going to act more like about a 1500 probably. It's a 2K. Actually, probably more like a 1200. They're not true to grip, but that's where we're at right now. You can see that I know y'all can't see it. I don't even know why I show you. I don't know how to get edges on cameras, so they just don't want to show it. Okay. Yeah. See, that brings the polish up ever so slightly from that other stone. Y'all know me, I'm not one that's too much for mirrors, but for shits and giggles, we're going to see what kind of mirror we can do on these stones. See if we can get it to start to form a mirror. Ambience, this is mostly going to be just a cardboard laser. A mirror will do great on this knife. Okay. Now here's the 4K, Mr. 4K. Do it real quick. Just using a rust eraser on it real fast. Okay. And I have a 1 micron sheet on the back of this. This is the 4K. Get my edge off. Now see, this stone feels a lot finer than the 2K. Also a lot harder. Yeah, that's definitely bringing the polish up. Got me a nice flat bevel now that I can actually feel grab the stone. That factory bevel is definitely convex. Couldn't really feel it. You can feel mine grab the stone pretty easily though. It's pretty flat. Okay. So now, yes, we're definitely getting a quite decent polish. So what we're going to do, I stuck a 1 micron film on the back of here. Being that's a glass flat, it's going to be nice and flat. Make sure I got all the air bubbles out of it. I believe we can go and get quite a mirror, actually. Flip that burr. Okay. Come on. That burr's grabbing the film. And see, now that's the problem if you get an air bubble right there. See, I got a little air bubble, and it caused me to grab into my film. Just gonna make sure that burr is pulled down, like flip, that way it don't grab my film. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we're going to start refining that burr. Weakening that burr. Okay. Let's make a couple really nice edge leading deburring passes. That should be a superb edge. And we should have a mirror too. Very, 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 very sharp. No strut needed. Now, do we got a mirror? No, we do not. We get a nice polish, but still a quite defined scratch pattern. Yeah. But we got a really nice polish. Like I said, but still a visible scratch pattern. Not necessarily a bad thing because we're going to have a good bite. But I needed like a jumping to that 5 micron was too much off that stone. I should have went to like maybe a 5 or a 9 micron, and then probably a 5 and then to the 1. It was a very nice edge. Very, very nice edge. Oh yeah. That is a very nice edge. Well, there you guys go. Cheap stones and lapping films. Kind of fun, actually. Ow. Ow, damn it. It's got wood up in my fingernail. Ow. Ow. Look at that. It's a splinter. That felt real freaking good. Trying to script. That got me good. That hurt, buddy. Well, hurt, you bastard. Hurt. Oh well. Anyways, lapping films, cheap stones. A lot of fun. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for spending the last half hour with me. And have a good day.